Get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now.
I know the truth is hard to swallow, just digest it. Suspected something's going on, but chose to just neglect it. Deflected by some breaking news, oh, we just accept it. Expected just to fall in line and follow their perspective. Don't question their objective, but I got a lot of questions. How these kids molested, but nobody's been arrested. Read it in the testament, these children are protected, so I'm fighting all.
Oh, yikes. I couldn't find the beginning. The thingy that I usually use, I can't find it in the thing. That's why I was like, is this it? No? Is this it? Good morning, or, well, for me. Hey, everybody. Yeah, I guess Pete's having some technical difficulties on his end, and he can't come up, but that's okay. You know, there's, next year. Hey, Navigator. Yeah, we got Jen R, we've got Recall, we've got Cherie, and yeah, and Pete's in there, yeah. So, yeah. But Pete's out having fun with his family. He's camping, and he said that the last message I got, he said that it would charge him, I believe, if he tried to come up, which isn't cool. So it's all good, Pete. I appreciate the effort, but yeah. Are we all excited? Tomorrow is a rally. I'm excited. So tomorrow is going to be the UK rally at London for Brendan and Stephen. It's being ran by Julia. And we're going to be going live. Yeah, you're here in spirit. Yeah, so we'll be going live. I believe it'll be... Oh, let's see. I believe it'll be 4 o'clock my time, but like 6 o'clock Wisconsin time. So like 6 a.m. So that's 7 a.m. on the East Coast. So if you guys, would like to stop by and see the rally, it's going to be around those times. And I think it's because it's going to be around noon UK time. So they're like 6 hours ahead of us. So that's why. Yeah, 7 a.m. for you guys on the East Coast, and then 6 a.m. for Wisconsin time, so that's UP, and then for me, it's 4 a.m., so I actually have to get out of bed at 3 a.m. so I can press the live button. And I'll be on here, if there's an issue or whatever. And like I said, I don't know how long our host, who's going to be over there recording for us, is going to be able to be live. But yeah. Yeah, I was sleeping, Pete. I was like, I'm gonna take like a 15-minute nap, which turned into a 20-minute nap, which is why I was a little late. But if anybody who's going to the Manitowoc rally and you're watching and you feel comfortable with it, let me know, and we can arrange so that you can go live at the Manitowoc rally, so that way we could also be a part of that as well. So if you are planning on being at the Manitowoc rally on the 22nd, please let me know and we can arrange for that, so that way we can, be there for that. I'm planning the rally on the 22nd, basically, but it's very thrown together and it's hard for me to be there. Like, I'm not going to be able to be there. So there's like a lot of things that I can't do. But I am sending somebody a bunch of stuff to hand out at the rally on the 22nd in Manitowoc. And I actually just got today. Let me do this real quick. I just got some new stickers today. If you've been getting my postcards that I've been sending out, I have a mailing list that I send out about every week or two. I'll send out a stack of postcards for you to mail out. I'm starting to put little goodies in those things for the supporters. In this last round, I've put in some stickers. So if you guys are on that mailing list, then you would have gotten stickers. Oh, great. I have to send your clone, right? I'm going to have to do that. I sent everybody new stickers. But these ones just came in. And I will show you them. Yeah. I think that's cool, Robin. All right, hold on. Hi. Here's this week's stickers that I've got. They're holographic. Aren't they cool? So I'm going to be sending some of these to people in Manitowoc, and next round of postcards I mail out, we'll be getting. And then these are things that I ordered a little bit ago that I was going to throw in. I'm gonna throw some in I'm sending a person who's going to the Manitowoc rally, like a bunch of this stuff to hand out, and then I'm also gonna bring them next year. I mean, hopefully next year Brendan will be out, but next year I will definitely be able to make it to a rally. And this is what, I'm sorry, I'm trying to take this film off. Whenever you here, see, you get like this film. So this is what I got for part of this year and next year. I wasn't able to put these in the UK because, as you can see, it's got this, and I can't just throw it in an envelope. It has to be like a padded one. So this year the UK kind of missed out, so I apologize for that. But this is what I was gonna give out to people. It's a free Brendan Dassey now. It's kind of like that button, except it's more of a pin, like one of those pins that you put on like a hat or whatever. So I thought that's pretty cool. Yeah. So I got like a bunch of these, and then I've got, you know, stuff from last year, and then but I'm gonna be slowly accumulating stuff like I did, so that way, you know, it'll give something for me to give away to you guys. Because I enjoy doing that for you guys too. I enjoy giving you guys some like stickers and stuff like that, as a thank you for being there for Brendan and for supporting Brendan, and you know, and this stuff also helps put his name out there, and yeah. So yeah, so that's basically what I have. But yeah, I'm excited about tomorrow. I'm excited about the rally. I'm excited to see everybody at the UK at the rally. I'm excited to see all the chants and all the signs. And it depending on how I feel after, like, and also it depends on how long the rally goes for. Like if the person, it's gonna be Rhonda. She's probably sleeping right now because she's got an early day tomorrow. But like, you know, depending on how long Rhonda, you know, can go live. If she can only go live for a little bit, then after the rally, I'm probably gonna set up a quick live, and then we could have like some sort of rally after party where I talk when people can come up and we can do our own little online rally. If not, we can do that also on the 22nd. Like I know I promised you guys something like that, but we can definitely do that on the 22nd. And then so also Jinx was gonna come up possibly today, but I don't know. Hold on, let me message her because this was my plan B. So let me see. I'm gonna message her if she wants to do it now or if she wants to do it tomorrow morning. No. Don't want to caps at her. Hold on. If she doesn't respond in the next 10 minutes, then I'm just going to assume we're going to do this tomorrow. Because I know she's probably laying down. Okay. No, I haven't, Pete. I haven't really talked to Linda in a little bit. I'm in a group chat with Linda, and you know, we send messages to each other, but she doesn't really like respond, so I don't know what's going on with that, other than I know she's so busy on her channel. I know she goes live every once in a while and talks about missing people. But I haven't been able to catch that because I sleep during the day mostly. So, but if you guys are subbed to her channel, you know, you can go harass her. But you know, as far as I'm not sure exactly what's going on with Linda, other than I think she's still just trying to make it day by day, you know. Yeah, I'll definitely message her and ask her, Pete, because I agree we are We were a team, so, and it's not the same without her up here. Oh, see, it looks like Jen already did. Yeah, she misses us all. So I think she's just, having a lot of, like I said last time she was up here, she wasn't doing so great medical wise, and so I'm not sure, you know, if I'm one of those people that I really don't like bugging people. I really don't but like if I feel like I'm bugging you, then I won't message you, and I kind of feel like I don't want to upset her, because I know she really was upset last time. We talked about her absence on here because I miss her, and I was like, so what is the chance? She got really upset because she's just been going through a lot of the medical stuff, and it's really hard for her to right now just do day by day stuff. So yeah, so definitely send her thoughts and prayers and all that. But yeah, I will definitely though message her though, Pete, for us, and we'll see how she's doing. Oh, no, you're fine, Jen. Are you you must no, I mean more like in a because I was asking her if she could help me with something and she couldn't, and I think that was upsetting, is that she couldn't put that energy to help me with that thing. You know what I mean? There was more to the conversation. Oh, I'm sorry, Pete. Is it really a sty in the eye, or did you get into a fight, a bar fight with somebody? Yeah, those sties can be hurtful. They can be really painful. So I'm sorry to hear that, Pete. But you could tell people you got into a bar fight and that you had like a cool, interesting story with it. Make up like I got into a bar fight with a pirate. Yeah, there you go. Put some warm compress on your eye. I only know that you can get them removed, at the dermatologist. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, the other guy looks worse. You got into a fight with a pirate at a bar, and he pushed you down the stairs, but the other guy looks worse. Yeah, you should see the other guy. Yeah. See, that's what I would do if I had something like that. Hey, Pennywise. I don't know if I said hi to you in the beginning, but hey. But yeah. Let's see. Today is the 7th. Oh, 7/7, 2003. 7/7. You know what a cool fact about the number 7 is? Is that that's actually one of Brendan's favorite numbers at one point. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that, Pete. That sounds uncomfortable. Yeah, I think it was the number 7. I think he said once in a letter, he said his favorite number was the number 7. Which, I like the number 7. So, I don't know if you guys follow numerology. That's a good question, Roxana. Pete, do you get a visit with Brendan up this Saturday, or because I know like you were out camping, so I don't know. I had to pick him off the ground. There you go, Pete. I like that story. So while we're waiting for the next answer, the number 7 is also kind of considered a holy number if you think about it, because hold on. Yes, I'm going Sunday. We're leaving on Saturday noon. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Make sure you tell Brendan that you got into a bar fight, okay? With a pirate. But that you polished him off. You know, he's on the floor. Don't have to worry about that. So, the number 7 in numerology is having a driving desire for spiritual wisdom and knowledge. It's a prime number and usually broken down into 3 or 4. So 7s are a combination of creativity and practicality. 7 is a highly spiritual number associated with mysticism. It's a masculine number as it is assertive, bold, confident, and attention-seeking. Positive traits of the number 7. You can be very intuitive and find comfort in pursuing your spiritual path. You have never satisfied until you do not research, analyze, and investigate to link the known to the unknown. You have a strong sense of fairness and justice and enjoy living happily in a routine and orderly manner. Oh, are you living in Wisconsin? Did you take interest in this after seeing on TV? Just wondering, his case is local to you. Oh, I saw it on Netflix like everybody else about 7 years ago, and oh, someone tapped me on the shoulder. That was weird. That was weird. Okay, sorry. I saw this on Netflix about 7 years ago, and 2015 in December. Came out on my birthday, and I saw it like a week later, and I remember it because it was on my birthday. Like, I remember seeing it on Netflix, and I was like, oh, it came out today on my birthday. Anyway, that's how I remember things, by the way. So anyway, I watched it, and I watched it like literally like a day or two. I watched the whole thing, and then like a month later, a coworker and I were talking about it because we were like obsessing over it. Just like every day at work, we would talk about it, and she convinced me to write to Brendan and Steven in prison. She also added me to the very first the group that they had at the time before. There was like a lot of group drama involving the frat, like everything else, you know. When did Mayhem 2 came out? That was Brendan's birthday, October 19th. So, those Facebook groups were a shit show. Yes, they were. So the very first Facebook group I've ever been added to was that first group, that first Making a Murderer group that then turned into a family group. And then something happened, and then a bunch of guilters basically were added, and then they made the second group, which is now the group that they have now, which is the official family group. And then around the same time, then the Justice and Freedom for Brendan group was also created by Brendan's brother Blaine and Blaine's wife Courtney. She technically is the creator of that group. You remember all that, Navigator? That's so trippy. Yeah, some of those groups are extremely harsh. I'm actually not in a lot of those groups. I'm not in the the Justice and Freedom group. I'm actually not allowed to be in that group. That's a different story for another time. But, yeah, there's a lot of places I'm not allowed to be because I have a smart mouth. Yeah, you just have to stay positive. That's why my group on Facebook is very, I try to keep it very, positive and drama free. And yeah. But anyway, so my coworker added me to that first group. Right. So and then she was like, "Hey, we should write Stephen and Brendan." And at the time I was like, "No, I don't I don't know about that because I've never written to anybody in prison before. And plus, I kind of figured that a lot of people would be writing to them. And what am I going to say that's any different, right?" But she talked me into it. So I actually wrote 2 letters, one for Brendan and one for Stephen. And I mailed them off. And then I got a letter back from Brendan. And I came to work and I was so happy. And I showed my coworker friend, and I asked her, "Did you send in your letters?" And she said, "No, I keep forgetting." So I was like, "Oh, great." So she never did send her letters. But, me and Brendan started a pen pal friendship. Oh, sure, Pete. I will definitely do that tomorrow. Yeah, no, I'll definitely ask him, okay? Yeah, and look at me today. And, yeah, and then eventually it turned into him calling me, and he used to call me like 3 or 4 times a week, but then he went to the prison that he's in now, and then he wasn't allowed to call people I'm not on his visiting list. His visiting list is full with mostly family, which is fine. And but then the facility that he's at now, so we emailed mostly. I'm not sure, Pete, about that one. I can Google it for you later. But anyway, yeah. He now he calls me every Saturday. And yeah, and I sell merchandise for him. I make postcards for him to send to other people. Like, for instance, if you'd like now I'm going to plug my postcard thing here. If you got, this is the latest design of the postcard that I have. If anybody would like a postcard to send, this is for us to basically send to Governor Evers and to anybody actually you want to, but it's mostly for Governor Evers. So if you guys want a postcard to mail to Governor Evers on behalf of Brendan, asking for him to free Brendan, or even set up what we're trying to do is convince him to set up conviction integrity unit, because right now he just has a pardon board, which is for people who are, the criteria of his pardon board are for people who've already served their sentence. Oh, good job, Robin. And we need to try to convince him to set up a conviction integrity unit, which is something that would actually apply to Brendan, where they can actually look at his conviction and see if it's just or not. And we know it wasn't. There's so much wrong with this case. Just the fact that that you would think that his case would have been thrown out because of his lawyers at the time were not serving in his best interest. Like the man sitting in the picture with him, O'Kelly, basically telling him he's going to rot in prison for life if he doesn't, check yes or yes on that slip. And like, oh, she's talking about, if she's talking about who, it's Nancy Grace. But anyway, so if you'd like a postcard for that, please email me. Where's the picture at? BrendanTalks89@gmail.com. And if you're in the UK, you can email UK postcards for Brendan at gmail.com, and we send you like a nice, like 10 or so postcards. And then if you want to be on the mailing list, just let me know and I'll include you on the mailing list. Oh, thank you. What's this? Oh, who are you sending? Oh, Sherry Colbain. You're sending them to Sherry Colbain? That's interesting, Robin. But, and yeah. So, if you guys want that. But yeah, I do postcards. I send, or I make merchandise to sell for Brendan. Yeah, Sherry Colbain. I have a lot of issues with the way things were handled due to my personal experience where I work. I'm curious. We are a very positive Stephen and Brendan channel. This is mostly for Brendan. But we do support Stephen's innocence here too, and we support the family. As like for instance, Pete Dassey, that's Brendan's dad in the chat. So we do try to keep a positive to that. But I actually do know, I don't know where you stand, Navigator, but I do know a few people, and I won't say who they are, but I know a few people who actually don't believe that Stephen is innocent and that Brendan's just innocent, you know, and as long as everyone stays respectful, then it is what it is. Because, I mean, everybody has their own thoughts and opinions, but I personally believe that Stephen is also innocent. And he, oh, okay, Navigator. Yeah, sometimes his mom pops in the chat, too. But it's summer, so I think everyone's just a little busy. Yeah, Pete sometimes comes up here. But he can't because he's camping. But, yeah. But yeah, no, I'm open to talk or discuss anything about the case, or if you guys have any questions like that, you know, like as long as it's, you know, questions are respectful, I don't mind. And because, you know, everyone you know, you gotta learn somewhere, right? I know that a lot of people have a hard time. So I usually say it like this. So like Brendan's case, I feel like is pretty, you know, easy to tell that he's innocent because for me it's easy. Hey. Yeah, Pete's a real sweetheart. To me, it's easy because Brendan, you know, there was no physical evidence. You can tell that he was plainly coerced, you know, because he was a kid with intellectual disabilities. He didn't understand what was happening to him. You know, there's a lot of different variables as to why with Brendan. But with Stephen, you have to, sometimes it's harder for people to accept if Stephen is innocent because you really have to look at the transcripts and all that. Like, you really have to look into that. And then also, you have to accept the fact that if Stephen is innocent, then that means there was probably police planting evidence and stuff against him. And a lot of people just don't believe that that would be possible. And unfortunately, we're finding more and more often that there are places where, you know, there's corruption in different police departments and all that, where stuff like that happens more often than we think, which is unfortunate. But that's a lot, like even when Jerry Buting and Jerry Buting and Dean Strang, one of the things that they said during the documentary is that they couldn't just say, you know, during Stephen's trial, they couldn't just say, well, the cops planted it. Like, you can't just say that, because you, first of all, you have to have unsubstantial proof, like, and they didn't have it back then, you know. And then two, it's just harder for people to grasp that concept or accept that fact that police officers would do that, or detectives or anybody. And it's so, for some people, you really have to accept the fact that there was possibly that stuff going on. You have to see all the behind the scenes crap that went on to understand. Yeah, exactly. There's like so much stuff that was happening with Stephen's stuff. You know, and like I said, Brendan's is, we see it in his interrogation video. We see it in how Kelly talked to him. We see it in, you know, with Brendan, you see it. And you see that there is no evidence against Brendan. There is no physical evidence. There is no DNA. There is no, you know, he didn't know what he was agreeing to or saying. And even to this day, I think if you ask Brendan what he said during his interrogation, I don't think Brendan would really know what to tell you, because, you know, he doesn't remember all that he said during that. You know, it wasn't facts. It was just stuff that was putting out there. Right, exactly, Navigator. That's what I was also trying to say too. Is that, you know, you're basically saying the whole entire state of Wisconsin could have been. Oh, hold on. Oh my gosh, I'm jumping all over the place. Hold on. Why won't I highlight it? Oh my gosh. I don't know what's going on. It won't let me highlight it. I broke it. Oh no. Okay, anyway. But I do agree with you. Oh, there it goes. I do agree with you, Navigator. Like, you really have to see, yeah, multiple departments. It's almost like the whole entire state, and sometimes that's hard for me to even grasp. Right, exactly. He forgot everything because, you know, it did never happen. But yeah, you really have to, and like I said, sometimes that's a little hard. And you know, sometimes there's a lot of theories out there that people throw around that I'm like, come on. Like, sometimes the simplest answer is the correct answer with all of this. I honestly think that 2 or 3 people were the ones that framed and did all that stuff. You know what I mean? I don't think it was like the whole entire state of Wisconsin. But that being said, you know, oh, see, now it's jumping again. All right. All right, okay, stop. No more. Okay. But yeah. No, I totally get where you're coming from, Navigator. Yeah, we just have to keep fighting, and that's kind of, you know, and I do support Stephen's innocence, but I do, I am mostly here for Brendan. I do, this channel is for Brendan. Everything I do is for Brendan. So, and I could tell you with 100% certainty that Brendan Dassey is innocent of any crime. He didn't even, he didn't do anything to anybody. He doesn't have it in him. He doesn't have the stomach. He doesn't even have a way. Like, Pete comes up here sometimes and says he couldn't even hurt a fly. I want everyone to know there's nothing worse than it. Oh, I agree. You know, we actually have a lot of police supporters in this chat, actually, and in my group. So, yeah, it's just this particular police department, you know. Now, if it was the truth, he would remember. Okay, just like his dream, he had someone came up to him, robe over their head, and yeah, Pete, I can do it all. Except for go to rally this year. If anybody, like I said, if anybody's going to the Manitowoc rally this year, and you're willing to help me go live, and so we can broadcast it on here, please let me know. Right. Yeah. I support good police too who do the right thing. Yeah. Sometimes I get angry at police officers in this country, but it's mostly the bad ones that I get angry at. If he did it, okay, he would be having that. Right, exactly, Pete. If Brendan was guilty of that, I fully believe he would admit to it 100% because he couldn't live with, you know, that kind of guilt. But he's 100%, no, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Okay. But yeah, so Jinx never got back to me, so I'm assuming we're gonna be Sunday morning. Me and Jinx are gonna come up here, and she's gonna go over the evidence that she was researching. Remember last Wednesday when I said somebody made a yeah. Like New Yorkers, right, Jen? Right, Robin? When I said that somebody requested a record and I thought it was a lawyer, and I requested a record request and I got it, and it turned out it was just a supporter. It was Jinx. She, well, anyway, so I asked, you know, we kind of said, you know, you want to come up here, and I told her Pete should be coming up, but I think she thought, well, what about us New Yorkers? I'll tell that in a minute, okay, Cherie. But anyway, so this Sunday morning, I'm gonna set up a live. And so Jinx is going to come up and kind of go over what she was researching as far as that goes, because it does pertain to both Brendan and Steven's stuff. So it's interesting stuff. Jinx is always looking up something and always looking at some new angle of it to, you know, she's very hopeful and she's an amazing researcher. So, yeah. So, okay, Cherie, here's what was it, last New Year or the New Year before that? Robin was saying that during New Year's Eve, when they go to, Times Square, they wear diapers to avoid, because there's no bathrooms for them to use. So we kind of joke around with the diaper thing over here. And I was just teasing her because I know she's in New York, which means she must be wearing a diaper, right? Yep, she knew. I couldn't imagine. I still can't imagine. Not yet. No, God. Yeah, no, diapers are, I couldn't imagine. Like, I have to change them at work, and I feel for the people who have to wear them. But yeah. I, for one, have not been to Times Squares. Yeah, that kind of puts a new perspective on if you go to Times Square. Casinos too, so don't lose their sight. Really? Under your scars? At a casino too? You know what? I was watching a TikTok. This is completely unrelated. You mentioned casinos. I was watching a TikTok, and there's this one casino called the Rio, and apparently you can get a room there for like $10 a night. But the hotel in the casino is like a ghost town, and it's so trashy and gross there. But like that's why the rooms are so cheap, is because they're trying to get people to stay there. Someone said he was throwing adult $30. Oh gosh, why? Oh well, thank you for stopping by, Navigator. You're always welcome by. So thank you. I can't. So what did they just like rip them off their butt and like threw them out the window because they were bad? They were not bad, but they were angry or whatever. Like I don't. That's got to be like really angry. Like how angry do you have to be to do that? People are strange everywhere. Yeah, I actually like the state New York, but I've only been to like Buffalo, so I like Buffalo. I've never been to New York City though. I don't know how far you guys are from there, but yeah. But yeah, so I'll let this go for another 10 minutes. If anybody has any more questions they'd like to ask, I'm more than, I'm here. Now's the time. And yeah, I'm just excited about tomorrow. Yeah, my sister lives there in Buffalo. I love Buffalo. I love visiting there. She lives now more out in the country, outside of Buffalo, rather than inside of Buffalo. Like she used to live in West Seneca. Oh, okay, that's not too bad then, Shuri. Pete's he's taking a bathroom break now, but he says he's doing okay. He's out camping right now. That's why he can't come up. He was gonna come up, but his Wi-Fi, he doesn't have Wi-Fi where he's at, and his phone internet was acting up, and I think what happened was that he reached his data limit, and they were saying they would have to charge him extra to come up to use his data. So I think that's what notification he got. So yeah, but hopefully next week he'll be back on, and yeah, I'm going to message Linda, and hopefully Linda's doing okay. And I know she says she misses us, like Jen R says. So, oh wow, yeah. I never really thought how big New York is, but it's a pretty big state, isn't it, Robin? Because I thought about one time, like a long time ago, when my sister first moved out there, I was considering. I asked her if I could borrow her car, and she's like, "Where would you like to go?" And I said, "Well, I'd like to go to New York City." And she says, "You're going to drive all the way to New York City?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "That's like a 8 to 10 hour drive, right?" And I was like, "What?" Like, she's like, "Yeah, it's clear on the other side of the state." And like, I actually looked it up at the time, and I was like, "Dang!" So like, I've never been to New York City. Never had the opportunity. Well, one of these days I wouldn't mind doing that. I would have to fly over there, I would imagine, though, if I was out there. I'd probably have to fly to New York City and then back, then drive. Well, one of these days I'd like to go there and see and do the sightseeing thing, and you know, see the Statue of Liberty and see the what else do they have out there? Brooklyn Bridge or whatever, and yeah. But being in cities like that, because like I've been in cities with the tall buildings and all that, and just standing there and looking up, that actually gives me anxiety. Believe it or not, just being like in a street like that. One time I was at Boston and we were walking around Boston, and I kept getting that feeling of like anxiety when I, you know, because of the buildings and all that. It was really weird. But anyway, I don't know why. Man, it's just a feeling of being so small and next to something so large and tall and just like, you know, just like overwhelmed feeling of like just feeling small in the universe. I don't know. I mean, I want to go there and see things, but yeah. Maybe stay away from here. Maybe that's the thing to do. So, I don't know. I'm gonna also. I forgot. I've been forgetting to do this. I'm gonna be depositing $130. I think it's $135 into Brendan's account tonight. Probably as soon as I get off, because I'll keep forgetting. Or I can do it right now with you guys on here with me. Actually, let me just do it now. Because that's t-shirt money and stuff like that. Let's see. So if you live in America and you ever want to donate money to Brendan directly, which, you know, it's not that hard to do. You go to accesscorrections.com and you type in, you sign up for an account, sign in, and you log in. Oh yeah, I love how, you know, we all look out for Brendan, and I love that. We've got a great amount of supporters here. Then you put in his DOC number. Now, when you look him up, it's kind of weird. When you look him up, let me see if I can do this. Wait, hold on. Cancel. I'm going to do this with Stevens, just so I can walk you guys through it verbally. I can't show you my screen because my credit card information, and I don't want to, like, dox that. But, like, I will verbally walk you through it. So, like, if you want to send money to him, you go to Send Money tab, and then it says Pick a State, and then you go all the way down to where it's Wisconsin, and then select an agency. So there's going to be different options, and it's going to say county jail, county. But you go all the way down to where it says Wisconsin Department of Corrections. So that's where Stephen and Brendan's at. Now, you can look up Stephen or Brendan by their last name and first name, but I prefer to do their ID number, because that is their ID number is specific to that person. You know? So Brendan's ID number is 516985. So no matter where he goes in Wisconsin in the system, that's his number. So it always picks him up. You know what I mean? Anyway, so when you get there, now Brendan can only receive, okay, so like, it's really kind of tricky with the system. Hey, Carrie. Yeah, I use a bank card. Yeah, credit card will charge you a fee. That's true. 100% true, Pennywise. So make sure you use your debit card or your bank card. Be careful when using credit cards. because this is basically like a bank account in a way. Yeah, I don't think there is another Brendan Dassey in the system, but you never know, right? Mistakes happen too on here all the time. How do I know Brendan gets the money? Brendan is notified when he gets the money, and it will tell you too. Here, I'll show you when I'm done. But anyway, so he can only have there's a $300 max limit a day, but you can only use the same card 2 or 3 times a week. So if like, let's say I want to send Brendan money, and I send him $50 one day, and then $100 another day, and then $20 another day, that's it for the week for me, because I only have one bank card, unless I get another bank card. And like I said, you can only send him $300 a day, and that's in total of everybody. So if Brendan, if like, let's say Pennywise sent Brendan $50, then that means I can only then send Brendan $250. I'll get to that here in a minute on that question. Yes, it's Pete. Pete is back. So anyway, so I want to send Brendan $135. Oh, what happened? Why won't it let me? 135. Right, $135. Oh, I know why. It's because this wasn't on. $135, right? And then, so it has a handling charge too. So depending on how much money you send is how much they charge you for the handling charge. So I'm at from $20 to $100. It is $5 handling charge. And then it goes from $100 to $200 is $7.45 handling charge. So I'm doing the 35. I click the box by agreeing to that, and then I click, and then it tells you, okay, so it's 135 plus the 7.45, so it's going to be $142 total. And then I put in my bank information. And then I do pay now. And then this thing pops up that says, it's basically the receipt, and it says thank you. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to screenshot this, and then I go to Facebook. Right? About the diaper. Okay. Let's see, scroll down. Put this right here. So, Carrie, for you, the rally will be at 7 a.m. It'll start for you at 7 a.m. Yeah, Pete doesn't have Wi-Fi, unfortunately. But anyway, so I'm going to post this screenshot. But yeah, so to answer your question under your scars, so like I said, the company that handles this charges the handling fee. So depending on how much money you send is the handling fee. And then the prison actually will actually charge a fee on themselves. It's like a percentage. So like, but they take a percentage and they actually put it in a separate bank account for Brendan that that he can have when he's released, basically. So it's kind of like a savings account that, but it just sits there. Like the prison doesn't do anything with it. If he never gets out of prison, then it never goes anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't know exactly how much the fee is. I don't think it's that big of a fee if there is a fee on his end. But I know there's definitely a fee on our end. Like I said, it's that handling fee. But Brendan does get notified every time someone makes a deposit into his account. And it does tell him the name. Hey, Facebook user. So if you do send him money, then it will say Jane Doe. I don't know if it gives any other information, but he does see if a Jane Doe gives him money. And yeah, Pennywise has reached out to me and said, hey, I just want to make sure Brendan got the money that I sent last week. And then I asked him, hey, did you get the money from Pennywise? And then he'll say, yeah. I'll have to ask him. I'll have to ask him, Roxana. And I don't know, Pennywise. I don't know. I mean, he was able to qualify for, remember those stimulus checks that everybody was getting? He actually, because there was a loophole that Congress missed out on. And he actually was able to qualify for that. So he filled out a tax form for that, and he was able to get it. So I don't know though if he gets a monthly statement of his 401. I don't know if it's a 401k. Actually, I don't know if they call it a 401k. Yeah, I'll ask him tomorrow, Roxana. I'll ask him. But yeah, no, I thought that was pretty cool that all the prisoners in America were able to take advantage of that. I know a lot of people probably don't like that because, there are bad people in prison. But, prison's expensive. And a lot of that money couldn't go directly to them anyway. Like, I know my friend... Oh, the 401k was a joke, was it? That's funny. I was going to say, well, he must be getting some sort of tax information because he was able to file for it. So you have to file for your taxes, to get that stimulus. But anyway, my friend, I have a friend who went to prison here in Arizona, and he was guilty of his crime, and he also applied for that 401k, but the prisons in Arizona weren't letting the prisoners get the payments directly. Like, they would send them the check, but they had to arrange for the check to go to a family member or something. You know what I mean? Because they couldn't just get it in prison. So, and I can't remember if that was the same thing with Brendan or not, but right. I'm not mad about it. If Congress should make, better decisions, and think things through better if they don't want it to be taken advantage of the people that, it qualified for. So, yeah, Pete's got a sty in his eye. And yes, Brendan only has, like, Aw. But yeah, Pete has a sty in his eye. And yes, Brendan's friends are all really good people, but he hangs around some really nice people. I do talk to a few of his friends through email, and they're all genuinely nice people who look out for Brendan in a lot of ways. So I'm sorry to hear that under your scars about your friend, but I'm glad that you're able to take care of her dog and her legacy basically is through her dogs. So I think that's really sweet. Yep. So I'm guessing that's how it was everywhere in America, Cherie. Yeah, an embassy does zip, yeah. But you know, I'm not, like I said, I'm not mad about it. So but yeah, that's how you deposit money into Brendan's account. I'm sorry I couldn't show you guys on the screen because, like I said, I credit card information and all that. But if ever you do need help, let me know. I'm here to help with anything Brendan or even Steven related. And that website, the only way you can send him money is through a tarot card. Sorry, I'll read that out loud in a minute. You can only send Brendan money if you live in America. If you live outside of America, you have to basically give the money to somebody else in America too. And I also am willing to do that for you with my PayPal. If you have any questions about that, email me and I will help you out with that. And I do show you the receipt of the money being deposited into his account. So if you are, and then I let him know also that so-and-so sent me $30 to put into your account for you. It's not from me because, like I said, it would pop up as my name. But so I read your comment as Target card reader, and I was like, the Target card reader told you? So she was talking through a Target credit card reader? That's freaky. But you said tarot card. If I died and I left my dog to somebody, I would be bothering them about my dog too. Am I in America? I guess not. Canada's North America. Yeah. Well, I'm not. Yeah. But yeah. Anywho, so if anybody has any other questions, I'm probably just going to wrap this up and go. I'm going to try to get to bed early tonight because of rally in the morning. For me, it's 4 a.m. And, yeah. I hope to see everybody in the live, and I hope to see all the fun in the UK. And, yeah. I'm excited. And I know Brendan and Steven are probably excited too. So, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for listening to me. I'm sorry that Pete couldn't come up. Hopefully next time. And Pete, I hope your eye starts to feel better. And I hope you have fun out there fighting pirates and getting those black eyes. And yeah, I'm going to have to set an alarm, Carrie. I'm probably going to try to set it for 3:30 in the morning so I can at least, get my coffee and use the bathroom and yeah. But yeah. And like I said, we're just going to play it by ear. If Rhonda can stay alive for a little bit, then we probably we might have a little rally after party live. If she can't stay alive for too long, then we'll probably definitely have a rally after party. But I suggest if you guys want, well, I'm gonna be in the chat. I'm gonna be up here, but you can come up here with me if you want, Carrie. because it's going to be on this channel. I have to be in control of it though, because I sent her a link, so it'd be just like if she was a guest on here, except I'm probably gonna like have it me removed and then have it just be full screen on her. Okay, love you, Pete. Thank you for being in chat at least. Yeah, and what was I saying? Oh well. Yeah, everybody have a great day. And yeah, I'll see you guys all bright and early in the morning. And I hope everybody in the UK is getting nice and rested. And yeah, we'll definitely, I'll text, I'll probably, no, I won't. Anyway, so I'll see you guys in the morning. And let's see, I was gonna, what songs did I try to play? I think it's this song. Okay, bye.
I don't know for how long I'll get to hold your hand, to be your guiding light in the darkest of nights. I will try to do my best until the day that I'll die. I won't lie, it's not going to be easy, but I'll try. Don't you worry, I'm not going anywhere. I will stay here, I will stay here. And as long as my heart beats like a drum, then I won't back down. No, I won't back down. I know that we will fight and be too proud to say the other one was right. And one day you will leave and start your own family. I will try to do my best until the day that I die. I won't lie, it's not going to be easy, but I'll try. Don't you worry, I'm not going anywhere. I will stay here, I will stay here. And as long as my heart beats like a drum, then I won't back down. No, I won't back down. As long as my heart beats like a drum, then I won't back down. Don't you worry, I'm not going anywhere. I will stay here, I will stay here. And as long as my heart beats like a drum, then I won't